I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Let's rehash. Olympus has fallen. We open up on a snowy night at Camp David. Mike is the top Secret Service agent for the president, so that means they have to talk in code. Ooh, I love that.
Mustang, this is Big Top, bringing out the full package.
I said the same thing to my wife last night. They're taking the president and first lady to a dinner along with their son Connor.
Scoot back, put your belt on.
What if I don't?
Then O'Neill here is gonna punch you in the nuts. Come on.
That's just normal banter about an adult punching a child in the nuts. The limo loses control at the bridge, hovering over the side. They get the president out, but unfortunately Mike can't get the first lady out before it falls. We're left completely devastated and shut. Wait, they have a helicopter? So they could have just taken the helicopter instead of these dangerous roads, and none of this would have happened. 18 months later, we're in Washington, D.C., just in case you don't know where the U.S. State Capitol or the Washington Monument is located. It is a busy morning at the White House, but the president tries to make time for his son.
I got 3 minutes. Let's run down to the kitchen and get some ice cream.
Yeah.
Wait, who gets ice cream at 7 in the morning? And you've only got 3 minutes. Do you realize the ice cream headache you're gonna get? The president is meeting with the South Korean prime minister because North Korea is moving along the DMZ line. Meanwhile, Mike is no longer part of the Secret Service, but works at the Treasury Department. Okay, it's 6:30 in the evening. What government center is still open past 5 o'clock? A Korean plane flies into DC and shoots up all the city, which sends the president and his guests down into the bunker. They finally take the plane down, which crashes into the Washington Monument, located in Washington, D.C., setting up the most generic tourist running ever.
We have confirmation that the bogey is down, sir.
Thank you, Jones.
And why are we whispering? But it turns out the plane was only part of the attack as Korean ground forces take over the White House. Mike springs from his desk job and gets down to the White House to help out.
Where's the president? I don't know!
I'm too busy being angry right now to figure it out. But no matter how many Secret Service agents come out the front door and not take cover, they cannot stop the attack. And the Koreans take the White House.
They've taken the White House.
I thought Peter Boyle had died. It turns out the Koreans had help from Forbes, a former Secret Service agent.
You sold this country out long before I ever did. Globalization and f***ing Wall Street.
I'm just gonna throw out some general terms to make it seem like I have some type of noble reason. With the president and vice president held hostage, that means Morgan Freeman, the Speaker of the House, gets promoted.
You are the acting president of the United States.
Why does this seem familiar?
The comets are still headed for Earth, and there's nothing we can do to stop them.
Well, is there a meteor coming to destroy the Earth? No, the White House is down. Oh, well, this should be a piece of cake. Turns out Mike got inside the White House and is their only hope of saving the president. He gathers a few things he'll need. He's been gone for 18 months. Does no one change codes around here? Mike finds Connor still in the White House and gets him out.
Spark plug received.
My wife said the same thing to me last night. The leader of the terrorists is Kang.
Sir, this is one of the most wanted terrorists in the world. He's never before been photographed or identified by any Western intelligence agency.
So our wanted poster of him must look like this. Kang says Forbes out to stop Mike, but of course this is not happening.
Why'd you do it?
I lost my way.
What about globalization in Wall Street? You were so passionate a few minutes ago. Even though they have Mike inside, the military decides to try and retake the White House themselves by sending in the SEALs.
60 seconds to target. I want a clean deployment.
Seriously, does anyone ever ask for a f***ed up deployment? Ever? The Koreans have a special Hydra weapon that Mike warns them about.
All birds be on the lookout for possible advanced weaponry.
Could you be any more generic? Since they weren't that specific, the SEALs and the helicopters get blown to bits. We also find out the reason for the takeover. He's hacking into all the nuclear missile sites in America and will detonate all of them. The pressure is mounting up, and the acting president has some very tough decisions. Plus, can anyone tell me who the hell these guys are? Mike makes it down to the bunker, but not before the president gets shot. He overpowers Kang and shuts down the detonation sequence, saving all of America, freedom, and...
You farm families and teachers and teamsters and cops and cooks, you rock and rollers.
And everyone celebrates, including Grandpa Munster. Well, the president is okay, and Mike triumphantly walks out of the White House with him.
Sorry about the house, sir.
It's okay. I believe it's insured.
Plus, it'll give us a good excuse to change all the safe codes.